हरे कृष्णा प्रभु जी, दंडवत प्रणाम।
दंडवत प्रणाम प्रभु जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु, दंडवत प्रणाम।
दंडवत प्रणाम। स्टार्ट। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवते उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणं चैतन्यमीश्वरम्। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणि। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome all for our Bhagavatam discussion. We'll continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 3, Text 19. Who will read?
Allocated to me, Prabhuji, I shall read.
Please.
Canto 2, Chapter 3, Text 19. Svavitvaraha ustraha karai samstutaha purushaha pashuhu nayatkarna pata upeta jatunama gadagrajaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Men who are like dogs, hogs, camels, and asses praise those men who never listen to the transcendental pastimes of Lord Sri Krishna, the deliverer from evils. Purport. The general mass of people, unless they are trained systematically for a higher standard of life in spiritual values, are no better than animals, and in this verse, they have particularly been put on the level of dogs, hogs, camels, and asses. Modern university education practically prepares one to acquire a doggish mentality with which to accept the service of a greater master. After finishing a so-called education, the so-called educated person move like dogs from door to door with applications for some service, and mostly they are driven away informed of no vacancy. As dogs are negligible animals and serve the master faithfully, for bits of bread, a man serves a master faithfully without sufficient rewards. Persons who have no discrimination in the matter of foodstuff and who eat all sorts of rubbish are compared to hogs. Hogs are very much attached to...
One second, just stop.
Yes.
Just to devotees, by reading this, if you find this is what happened in the corporate world, please use your chat box, put that. Then we can continue. So I'm just requesting those who work in the corporate world or in your life, if you experienced this, please use the chat box. Then we'll continue. Okay, Mataji, continue. No problem. Sorry.
Persons who have no discrimination in the matter of foodstuff and who eat all sorts of rubbish are compared to hogs. Hogs are very much attached to eating stools. So stool is a kind of foodstuff for a particular type of animal, and even stones are eatables for a particular type of animals, a bird. But the human beings is not meant for eating everything and anything. He is meant to eat grains, vegetables, fruits, milk, sugar, etc. Animal food is not meant for the human being. For chewing solid food, the human being has a particular type of teeth meant for cutting fruits and vegetables. The human being is endowed with 2 canine teeth as a concession for persons who will eat animal food at any cost. it is known to everyone that one man's food is another man's poison. Human beings are expected to accept the remnants of food offered to Lord Shri Krishna, and the Lord accept foodstuffs from the categories of leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. Bhagavad Gita 9.26. As prescribed by Vedic scriptures, no animal food is offered to the Lord. Therefore, a human being is meant to eat a particular type of food. He should not imitate the animals to derive so-called vitamin values. Therefore, a person who has no discrimination in regard to eating is compared to a hawk. The camel is a kind of animal that takes pleasure in eating thorns. A person who wants to enjoy family life or the worldly life of so-called enjoyment is compared to the camel. Materialistic life is full of thorns, and so one should live only by the prescribed method of Vedic regulations just to make the best use of bad bargain. Life in the material world is maintained by sucking one's own blood. The central point of attraction of material enjoyment is sex life. To enjoy sex life is to suck one's own blood, and there is not much more to be explained in this connection. The camel also sucks its own blood while chewing thorny twigs. The thorns the camel eats cut the tongue of the camel, and so blood begins to flow within the camel's mouth. The thorns mixed with fresh blood create a taste for the foolish camel, and so he enjoys the thorn-eating business with false pleasure. Similarly, the great business magnates, industrialists who work very hard to earn money by different ways and questionable means, eat the thorny results of their actions mixed with their own blood. Therefore, the Bhagavatam has situated these diseased fellows along with the camels. The ass is an animal who is celebrated as the greatest fool even amongst the animals. The ass works very hard and carries burdens of the maximum weight without making profit for itself. The ass is generally enjoyed by the washerman, though social position is not very respectable, and the special qualification of the ass is that it is very much accustomed to being kicked by the opposite sex. When the ass begs for sexual intercourse, he is kicked by the fair sex, yet he still follows the female for such sexual pleasure. A henpecked man is compared, therefore, to the ass. The general mass of people work very hard, especially in the age of Kali. In this age of human being is actually engaged in the work of an ass, carrying heavy burdens and driving tela and rickshaws. The so-called advancement of human civilization has engaged a human being in the work of an ass. The laborers in great factories and workshops are also engaged in such burdensome work, and after working hard during the day, the poor laborer has to be again kicked by the fair sex, not only for sex enjoyment but also for so many household affairs. So, Srimad Bhagavatam categorization of the common man without any spiritual enlightenment into the society of dogs, hogs, camels, and asses is not at all an exaggeration. The leaders of such ignorant masses of people may feel very proud of being adored by such a number of dogs and hogs, but that is not very flattering. The Bhagavatam openly declares that although a person may be great leader of such dogs and hogs disguised as men, if he has no taste for being enlightened in the science of Krishna, such a leader is also an animal and nothing more. He may be designated as a powerful, strong animal or a big animal, but in the estimation of Srimad Bhagavatam, he is never given a place in the category of man on account of his atheistic temperament. Or, in other words, such godless leaders of dogs and hog-like men are bigger animals with the qualities of animals in greater proportion. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Super. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
So nobody has used the chat box. Anybody think what Prabhupada is saying is applicable to us?
Yes,
Have we-
Prabhuji,
have
because
we
we
gone
work
through-
so much, ignoring all other things. The
Especially
first part
those-
is true.
Yeah, especially those who work in a corporate world. Are we able to relate what Prabhupada is saying here?
But that is the bread and butter, no,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Yeah. We have to grateful that we have job.
No, I mean, it's not that we'll get bread and butter only with that.
But we work more than for what we get for bread and butter. That's the actually worry part. Even I do. I am not an exception to it. But yes, I have seen even others doing much more than what I do also. So I think so that is not required. Especially I have seen this software engineers. They work day and night, including some of my family members. But really, I do not understand what's the necessity actually, because they give up everything for their work actually.
16 hours, 17
Prabhu.
hours, 18 hours.
Yeah, Prabhu, I'm saying like now the education system is also like that. It is producing that kind of mentality also. Just now, like for me, I'm saying like if I don't work in IT, I don't know what to do because the system is like this. So previously, if
Oh,
you see, there is a lot of different kalas being taught in the Gurukul. So
Right. I agree with you, Prabhuji.
multi talented people are there, but now it's very hard for somebody to change a stream and think of do something else. It's very difficult. We don't know anything about farming. We don't know anything about any other skills.
True, true.
And the worry part is not only the software. I'm a teacher. What I used to do 10, 15 years back, much more than that I'm doing now. So I don't know where the world is heading, because we are also spending so much time. We are always saying they do here, that, this and all. Even teachers are working extra hours what they are supposed to actually.
Yeah. Today, actually, I was in one school. The principal was literally, she was saying that they work almost 10, 12 hours per day. I mean, on the top of it, there they have a target to finish the portion because portion is not finished, and the student parents come and complain. That's also on them. I mean, and then last week I was there in a BT school. The principal was saying one girl last 3 months she did not brought the notebook isms. 3 months repeatedly she was requesting. She doesn't carry. She says that okay, I'll bring tomorrow. She never
Okay.
brings. And finally, she called the parent, mother. Mother says, I don't know. I don't know what she's taken or not. And on the
Okay.
top of it, she's told the parent that, child told parent that teachers not never given notes.
That's
Total lie. See, this is a kind of a student, and teachers are in that situation. So the point is that, I mean, the hard working is there not only for I mean corporate, is there teachers every field. Where ecosystem we grown such a way that it's very difficult to come out. But we have to take that call. Like Prabhupada is saying here, I mean, we have to take a call. What for? Somewhere, or at least when you reach a certain age, we have to take a call. Enough, enough is enough. Because how long will continue like this? Anyway, we'll read proper purport, then we'll come back. So the sages are saying, men who are like dogs and hawks, camels and asses, praise those men who never listen to the transcendental pastime of the Lord. So basically, the one blind is following another blind, one animalistic person glorifying another animalistic person, because both doesn't know. So today I was hearing his case, Burijana Prabhu was referring to Prabhupada glorification. Prabhupada, that's saying that the people are, I mean, I think one of the question, one Chinese person asked, some question is, Prabhupada said, you don't know the human life at all. Then where is the question of, you understanding that? But the fundamental itself is not there. Totally animalistic way of life. So how will you understand? So that is what the society is at. So the Prabhupada starts this purport saying that general mass of people, unless they are trained systematically for higher standard of life, the spiritual values, there are no better than animals. if you look at the purpose, ISKCON International Society of Krishna Consciousness, one of the objective is systematically educate people. That is one of the objective of the Srila Prabhupada. So that's the reason he is propagating this, writing the books, distributing the books, and conducting more and more classes. He wanted everybody to become preacher. Each and everybody. Don't wait for another. Each one, teach one, being taught by one. Because this message has to reach more and more people. Otherwise, situation will be degrading more and more. So we have to reach our younger generation, schools, children, youth. We have to give this knowledge. We should make them aware. What is the purpose of human life? Working like a donkey hog is not the purpose of human life. That material benefit will come. Bread and butter will come. You don't have to work so much. Work 8 hours, enough. Be contented. As per my karma, as per destiny, whatever has to come, it will come. Doesn't mean that 8 hours give productive work, enough. 16 hours not required. I mean, more than 8 hours, if it doesn't come, doesn't come. Fine, be happy with that. I mean, that is a mentality we should develop. It's all within us. Somewhere I should stop that. Otherwise, like Prabhupada is saying, it's like a donkey. The donkey works so much. The Prabhupada always says that the washerman, keeps a big bundle of cloth on the back of the donkey, and he ties some carrot with the stick to the head. The donkey sees the carrot and runs, thinking that if I run little, I'll get this carrot. But the carrot is tied to the head. The more he runs, carrot goes further. He'll never get that. This is exactly the corporate world is using. You work hard, you will get this. You work hard, you will get this. You work hard, get this. End of the day, they get maybe small carrot. So they may not, sometimes may not get also. If you do 100 things, if you do one mistake, your carrot is cancelled. All these things happens. Means bonus will cancel, increment will cancel. Whatever your work done is gone. I mean, this is how the corporate world works. Corporate world, they don't even consider human being. They say resource. Let's see the wordings. He is a technical resource. He is so-and-so resource. Means it's like the machine. They don't even consider human. He don't say that he is a person. The whole concept is different. So that's where the problem is at. So they don't even value for your life. They don't value for your, the psychological needs, physical needs. There are companies, they provide that gym, provide this. Again, see that their purpose. Purpose is to extract work, not for your benefit. They provide all the things. There's the corporate world, they provide, swimming pool, gym, recreation, so that they work more. They spend more time in the office. That's the whole purpose. So that's why Prabhupada also talks about, like Sumit Prabhu said, modern university education practically prepares to one acquired doggish mentality. It is as nothing more than that. Prabhupada gives example. After getting a degree, he has to carry the certificate door to door, office to office. Can I get a job? Can I get a job? They throw him out. They chase him away. No vacancy. Like a dog goes to house, begging for a piece of bread. That's what exactly happens. But instead of that, if you develop a self-employment education system, the skills, then I don't have to depend on anyone. There are, in olden days, if you go to Gurukula system, everything is the education such that based on my skill, I develop a skill. I may be carpenter, I may be electrician, I may be accountant, I may be pujari, I may be kshatriya, I may be businessman. Depends on my skill, the education given. So I don't have to work for somebody else. If required, I can do myself. So that is where the employment creates. Today, the unemployment is created because of this education system. The proper education system is that unemployment is not there. Each one will do their job. But today, no, we have to depend. The English education created clerks. Britishers wanted only the clerks. They never wanted a managers. They never wanted, the company to take control of it, because they want to be the managers. They wanted only clerks. That's exactly they did. So Prabhupada here says a person who have no discrimination of the matter of foodstuff and can eat sort of rubbish, some company like hogs. Again, eating the meat eating or all kind of the low grade food which is decomposed, kept in the refrigerator for so many days, whether meat or not. These are all like a decomposed or food in the mode of ignorance, and alcohol, all this hoggish mentality. But still think that I'm enjoying. But that is not the enjoyment. Prabhupada says here, the human beings endowed with the true canny. So those who are meat eaters, those who really want to meat, that's two extra, the teeth are given. Otherwise, the human body is meant for vegetarian only. Our intestine is made for vegetarian. Our teeth are made for intestine, the vegetarian, not for non-veg. But because of the sense, because of my desire to enjoy the senses, we kill animal, we eat animal meat, and we commit more and more sin. Whereas devotees prepare nice food stuff made of grains or milk or vegetable and offer to Krishna with love. When Krishna is accepted, it's become prasad. Saksha darshan of Krishna is prasad. When we eat prasad, my brain tissue gets purified. Prabhupada says, when we eat Krishna prasad, brain tissue gets purified. The whole consciousness changes. Our thinking process changes. So that's why prasad is given so important. That's why Srila Prabhupada started this movement with this distribution of prasad. Whether gulab jamu or the halwa, whatever Prabhupada used to prepare. That is how the whole ISKCON center is developed. Even today, any temple, ISKCON temple we go, the prasad given sumptuously. They never short of prasad. That's the one thing we ensure, that if there is a 10 people confirmed, we'll order for 12, 15 people. We always say order extra. Even if a left, we'll go down and distribute. Never should be a situation that one person goes empty. That should not happen. That's the Prabhupada's instruction. There are so many, ways, because Prabhupada wanted prasad distribution to happen. So instead of eating, doggish or hoggish mentality, eat sumptuously what offered to Krishna. Another kind of animal Prabhupada quotes is camel. Those who are into sex life. So like camel eats the thorn with the tongue, and the thorn, damages the tongue, the blood comes, and along with the thorn, the blood, the camel thinks that, yes, it's very tasty. Chewing, chew the charvana charvitam. We are, kind of chewing the same thing again and again. We are gone through this 84 lakhs of species again and again, but still we are thinking that I get, more enjoyment. That's why Prabhupada says regulation just like make best use of bad bargain. So that's why the 4 regulatory principles, whether marriage, no sex outside the marriage, these are all put, yes, people cannot live without, or even animal eaters. Prabhupada says those who really want to eat meat, there is a condition. Eat that, the animal or goat, not cow, either chicken or goat. You can offer to Kali. You have to go yourself. You have to go on the Amavasya day, midnight. Go to Kali temple. Offer the goat to Kali. Then you cook and eat. So why this kind of condition is that? Because Kali temple generally outside the city, outside the village, in the forest area. And Amavasya day, dark, midnight, so ordinary person cannot dare to go. So there's a deterioration. There is a kind of a kind of stopping them to do that. Otherwise, you cannot eat. But today, every street there is a slaughterhouse. So I know kind of animals are killed left and right. That is not the Vedic system. That's the reason we should come out of the camelistic mentality. The finally Prabhupada here says, therefore the Bhagavatam is situated these deceased fellows along with the camels. Then he talks about asses, those work we discussed, if sufficient on that. We work hard so much for little money, and of the hard work, go home, have sex. That's Prabhupada says that for that get beaten, get kicked. He gives example of ass get kicks from females, but still goes behind. So like that Prabhupada says here, henpecked man compared thereof asses. So-called advancement of human civilization engaged human beings in work as. So the economic advancement, economic development doesn't mean that we are against economic development. Understand that. Let the development happen. Real development happen. But in the name of development, don't spoil the society. Today, whatever development we see, definitely everything is not meant for our spiritual growth or real advancement. We create more and more problems only. So that the hard labor, ugra karma, Shastra says ugra karma not required. Yes, do a karma, ugra karma not required. Work 8 hours or maximum here and there 9 hours. Yes, not more than that. Today we see the people are traveling 2 hours morning, 2 hours in the evening, and 8 to 9 hours, 10 hours in the office. See the total time they spend outside. Very, very difficult. Maybe a few days before, I was talking to one boy who comes to our classes. I just asked, what you do at home? You know what he says? Prabhuji, I don't know when my father comes home. I don't see him. I don't able to meet my mother. She's always inside the room, locked, working in front of a laptop. I don't know what to do. I bang the door, but she doesn't open. She's busy. So what that child will grow? What the child will think? The 7-8 years old boy. So this is a society today. So working hard for whom? We need to think, yes, bread and butter for whom? Our own children are not given time. We don't have time to spend with them. We don't have time to eat with them. For what? And end of the day, what is going to happen? The blood pressure, sugar, BP, or cholesterol, and more than food, medicine, and end of the day, ICU and go. Is that the society? Is that the life? And the proper Bhagavatam is categorization of the common man without any spiritual enlightenment. The society of dogs, hogs, camels, and asses, not at all exaggeration. So that is the society. So we at least now understand. We need to think what I am doing, what I am supposed to do. Yeah, I can maybe speak because my time done. But doesn't mean that I can just speak because I also gone through it. What I'm saying that we need to, everybody, youngster also should think. We should plan for retirement. We should plan how long I'm going to work, how my finance is planned, how my children's education. Yes, where is my limit? Where I'm going to stop? I need to plan. Of course, Krishna's plan is different, but I need to do that, my fundamental work. I should cut a, kind of a stopping line. Yes, at this stage, I need to do. That's why Prabhupada says, if he has no taste for being enlightened in the science of Krishna, such leader is also animal, nothing more. So, like Bhagavatam says that, yadi na udbhadayate rati shramayeva hi kevalam. Vikshvaksena, that's for Krishna, that is the rati means the taste for worshipping Krishna. It doesn't arise. Shrama eva hi kevalam. It's a waste of time. So we should not get into that level. We should somewhere think and start acting on it. Okay, I'll stop here. Maybe devotees can share more. Please, if I said something wrong, please forgive me. Hare Krishna. Who want to start? Yes, maybe you start with Asha Mataji.
Nothing
Yes.
as such, Prabhuji, but it's so actually we have to think what we should do, how we should spend time and on what, because what is the real pleasure, what is the false pleasure. That is what I understood from this class. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Mariappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In fact, I read this text, prayer to class. Actually, I was fascinated. I was astonished, whatnot. It is very, that too, our Acharya has imagined all these developments some 50, 60 years back, in a sense. Definitely, it is only a divinely words. Nothing more than a divinely this thing. It is so perfect, and for the present society and present family system, the present younger generation's plight, everything is worrisome. Systematically educate the devotees in spiritual platform and prepare everyone to emerge as perfect preacher, because human beings who have not gained Krishna consciousness and learn spiritual knowledge and realize the Supreme Lord and His instructions are not better than animal. Modern education is heading towards animal civilization and working hard. All unfit, not suitable food for human beings are being consumed, whereas our ISKCON insists to consume only prasadam offered to Supreme Lord. Human beings are indulging in indiscriminate sexual activities, are considered as camels eating thorns and enjoying own blood in camalistic mentality. Asses and hawks mentality are not exaggeration. And I think there is no exaggeration in Acharya's highlight of this thing, present plight, and he has perfectly warned the society. How luckily, I don't know, some group of people are who have joined as a devotee in ISKCON have clearly escaped, I feel. But this is a real challenge to share this precious knowledge, this knowledge which is need of the hour, and it must be somehow it must be shared among all fellow human beings, at least, if not the society at large. If everyone every day sincerely attempt and try to keep on attempting among our fellow human beings, I'm sure at least each one can deliver their responsibilities and rescue our fellow human beings from these miseries. Otherwise, we are also we will also be blamed, and unless we deliver our responsibilities as envisaged by our Acharya, because our Acharya wants in subsequent texts about not emerge as a preacher. Everyone must emerge as a model preacher, at least with basic knowledge. Without that, we cannot. I cannot escape from this thing. I cannot go back home, back to Godhead. So this is the strong message, and I must realize, and I must try to learn and try to share my whatever the knowledge I have gained. That much I understood, Prabhuji. The present situation.
Lakshmi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Srila Prabhupada's purports are always eye-opener, Prabhuji.
So excellent class today, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Okay. Reena Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. I think a good learning session. Prabhuji said we need to take a call and not be blind by following another blind person. I think that was quite powerful. And I think in this world we are missing out on the basic fundamental example. In the name of the development, I think we should not spoil the city and our surrounding. Do our karma and do not do ugra karma, which is not required. I think in simple terms, if I understand Prabhuji, there is a good connection between an individual mind and the material world and also the Supreme Lord. But we should understand the importance of understanding the nature of the reality and follow right directions. I think I'm thankful to Sudha Mataji for introducing me. At least at the right time, I could get into this learning sessions, which has been quite helpful, and been able to understand a bit with your blessings and guidance. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Sridevi Mataji.
Thank you so much for the class, Prabhuji. Dandot Pranam.
Yes. Saurabh Prabhu. Those brahmacharis would not realize it.
What,
Correct, Prabhu?
Prabhu?
Saurabh
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji, it's a very wonderful
Yeah.
class. And whatever I have understood is totally our corporate world or our education system. It totally runs on the rat system. Once 2 years back, it's a very stalwart devotee from ISKCON once told me the problem with the rat race is that if you win the race, you will still remain a rat. So Supreme Lord has given your own consciousness, your own intelligence. So every individual know, okay, what is my ultimate need. We have our own common sense. We have own intelligence. We know, okay, what is my personal need. Don't need to be greedy. We never don't. God has the Supreme Lord has given everything to maintain a sensible and sattvic way of life, and Bhagavatam, Gita, Puranas, it works as a as a cell, as a Google Map, and we just have to follow the principles and the teachings of our the previous acharyas, the teachings of Bhagavatam. That's it. Simple. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Sumit Prabhu.
So yeah, very good, Prabhupada. So he really bring reality in front of us. So like how the human beings without spiritual training, they live like animals. So unless a person is systematically trained in higher spiritual values, he behaves no better than an animal. So that's why these kind of spiritually ignorant people are called as dogs, hogs, camels, and asses. Because dogs, why? Because those who begs for service. So we have seen like how people search for the jobs, going here and there, being thrown out of there. Yes, there is no vacancy, and they also keep serving the master faithfully, often without any appropriate rewards, just like the dog serves a few crumbs of bread. And hogs, because they eat indiscriminately, so they eat all kinds of things. So human being who don't have any discrimination is compared to hog. And the camels, because like the camel finds pleasure in eating and sucking his own blood. Similarly, those who finds pleasure in painful material life, those are compared to the camels. And that's just because the so many hard work he does. Similarly, the people in the material world also, they are doing so much hard work for the carrot, as you said, just for some carrots that is even not given to them. So as a summary, we can see like modern civilization encourage exactly these four animal tendencies, and even great leaders without Krishna consciousness are merely big animals, not true human beings. So we should take care of these things and not become an animal in this material world. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Swati Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, today's class is the reality which people are facing now. So this has happened to me also when I was before to marriage. I used to work on a development project and used to sit there and spend the whole night and go the next day. Um, and usually they'll be giving us all this like all this unwanted junk food like donut and all, which we don't want to eat, but they just serve all this and they keep us engage us in doing more work. So just after hearing this, I was only thinking of what I was doing before, like a donkey. I was working there, and the karma phalam I am seeing now. That is evident. This is what Prabhupada has correctly and right, the exact thing what we are facing. He has put up long before. So Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Varsha Mataji, over to you now.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, but
Yes.
I don't want to come up now. I feel I quite don't agree to this, Prabhuji. It is giving us good life, no, Prabhuji. Earlier, without IT and all, there was so much of poverty, and not everyone were getting equal opportunity because of this caste system and whatnot. But here, we don't have any biased thing. Whoever is merited people would get. Yeah, and like Asha Mataji's teacher, she is teaching the kids and she is giving, better kids are being raised, no, Prabhuji. So if I don't know only in IT also, but we are putting our efforts in some way or the other, and it is best way. I don't know. Maybe we have to bring a balance, that's all, but it is not like doggish thing or anything.
No, the point is that Prabhupada is not saying that don't work. Definitely work, no problem. But don't do Ugra karma. Don't do full dedicate your life only for working.
Yeah, yes,
Suppose
Prabhupada.
grastas, we have 24 hours, 8 hours work.
Yeah.
Give that productive time to the company. Because you're getting salary, give that productive time, no problem. Balance 16 hours, use it. 8 hours, you have a 6 hours, 7 hours sleep, then 1 hour bath, then 8 hours there for a family and spiritual activities. The what point we are trying to make is that work like dogs and asses is like working for 16, 18 hours. The rat race. That's where spoiling your family, spoiling your health, everything is spoiled. For children, you know.
But that race is bringing, what do you say? Good. People are working hard to achieve something like that. They have healthy competition is.
Healthy competition
Yeah.
is okay. But at what cost? That is what we need to think. At what
Okay.
cost? People are getting into, I've seen the corporate world. They get into smoking, cigarettes, and then drinking because the stress levels are there. They can't manage. So they're getting into the all addictions. So all this happens because of that. That's
Mhm.
what the challenge is that.
Okay.
So working as a grasta, yes, we should do work, earn, but there is a limit. That's where they're talking about.
Yep, sure, sir.
Ultimate human
And what
responsibility
Madhavi
is
says,
reminded.
competition,
Ultimate human
competition are building on the
responsibility of
next
going back home is reminded here.
True. Yes. Yes, Vidya Mataji, final touch up for you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
I think Varsha Mataji, what I'm supposed to ask, she asked you, I think. But just tell me one thing, in which company they are allowing us to work for 8 hours, Prabhuji?
Wow.
Correct, right?
Yeah, see, the challenge is with us. I know that today because we have created the ecosystem. It's not that it was like if you go maybe 10, 15, 20 years before, people used to come out of the time, the 9 to 3 or 9 to 4, 4 o'clock they'll close and come. It used to happen. But now today the ecosystem created such that because each one want to show, that's where the whole system started. That's the
Correct.
challenge. So
Correct.
at this stage, at least somebody has to pull the, rug, say that, yes, I will not do it. Yeah, maybe he'll suffer for some time. Definitely he'll suffer. It's not that because he'll be out. Because I myself have gone through it. It's not that, I'm different. We are in the same boat. But
Correct.
somewhere we have to stop. Because end of the day, one thing understand spiritually also. Whatever I destined, I'll get it. My karma will get it. By doing ugra karma, I'm not going to get extra. That is the point I need to understand. I mean, that's where we should. I know the teachers also, like you. Maybe you are expected to work so many hours, come home, do the work, weekend, all this work. But a few years before may not be there. Maybe 10 years before, 20 years before, it was not there.
And the
Today,
expectation is also more, Prabhuji, even
hmm,
from parents also nowadays.
correct.
The expectations are more. And as you said, this preaching should start, right? This
True,
preaching we should start from the small children, actually.
true.
Because I'm just seeing that in my school, the children, they don't know a small shlokas also. Even their parents also doesn't bother about that. Okay, you go, come. It's like that. So they don't want, okay, both of them, as you said, both of them are from this thing, corporate. So they'll just send the child 9 o'clock and they'll pick up by 6 o'clock. I'm talking about 1.5 years old child.
True.
So I think, as you said, we have to start the preaching from the small children only.
Very, very difficult. Like maybe I'm sharing in our apartment. My wife takes a class. They don't even come to drop the children. Children has to go. We call for a parent teachers meeting. They have no time. They don't come. They are busy. Evening, either work or go to party. Our children's class like for them a babysitter. Okay, go. You go and come. I'm not there. This is the parents' mentality. So I don't know where are we leading.
Correct,
Very
Prabhuji.
what to do. Anyway, we'll try our best.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much. So yeah, anybody else want to say anything? Did I miss anyone? Okay, so we'll at least maybe please forgive me. I'm not preaching because I'm also in the same boat. I'm also going through that. I'm just trying to repeat what Prabhupada said that this is for me, not for you, because I have to do many things in my life which I'm not done. So please pray for me. Please bless me. And this I'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripasindhubhyasya patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo antakoti vaishnavamanda ki jai. Grantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. See you tomorrow, same time. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.